I have a non-virus question about my business. I have a vendor that has provided us with a critical piece of hardware for our new product. But now that we are ready for programming and full implementation, they're not responding to me. How should I handle this? So maybe we can kind of give a bit of thought to that. Obviously, it's such a turbulent time right now that there are so many variables in business at the minute, whether it be personal, or whether it be suppliers, whether it be whatever.
Well, this has actually been about a month that he's not been responsive.
Okay, go ahead. Do you want to give us some kind of context to this?
Sure. So I've talked to Steve about this. We've developed a self-service paper shredding kiosk. One of the parts of the kiosk is a telemetry unit that will send the information to a portal, so I'll always know how full the kiosk is and some other parameters on it. And I met this guy. I did the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses program, and I met him there. And if you know anything about the program, the people are pretty close. We talk a lot. We do a lot of things together. So I thought, great, where am I going to find a guy like this? And he was great. He gave us a unit to try for the prototype. And now that it's time where he needs to come out and program it on site and set up a few things, he's completely non-responsive. And yes, it will work without it, but I won't have telemetry. And I'm really frustrated. I haven't gone off on this guy. I want to yell and scream. And I'm like, please, will you answer my call? And you said you'd be out here. And I'm kind of at a loss. I don't know how people work like this. So I'm very frustrated.
Sure. So the first thing I would say with that is you've identified something in the business that your business rests on a pillar that once you remove that person out there, it dramatically affects the business. So on the long term, that's something you need to look at to say, right, how can I put contingency in place that if this event occurs again, that it doesn't kind of leave me stuck? So that's something
I
to
totally
think about.
plan to get a different telemetry unit for the ongoing production units. But right now, and I can't really do that now for this unit.
Sure.
Because it's installed, it's there. We've got space for it in there.
That would be the immediate, right? That's the lesson there that, right, okay, this is the kind of hole that I need to plug for the future. What I would say specifically in a turbulent time like this is that all communication angle towards that person should be in kind of an enabling fashion, right? We don't know what that person's circumstances are in business right now or personally, that the last thing they're going to need is somebody at their throat to say, hey, where are you, dude? I need you here for this. And you said you do this, you said you do that. I would approach it from the way of saying, right, what can I do here to help benefit you so that we can kind of continue this relationship, that I'm not intrusive to your time, but that we both benefit from this. Remind him of the whole reason why you guys partnered up in the first place, the mutual benefits that are there. And then I would angle all communication towards that, paint the big picture for him, and then work backwards from there. That's how I would start that. I wouldn't be the guy at his throat to say, hey, where are you? I need you here. I need you here. Because that's then a time thing, right? He's looking at it like, okay, I don't have time for this right now. I don't have this. I don't have that. I would imagine, right? And I would just reach out like that. I would start there and work backwards to see what the issues are, how you can be of help to him. And then there's, how you're going to mutually benefit off the back of that. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. Thank you.
The other thing, Paul, is that, as frustrating as it is, it's not going to stop your business. It's not going to give you a piece of analytical information. So if you need to actually go hand monitor that, a little more often till you either re-engage with this person and technology, or you find another, you do what you need to do, but you don't let it stop momentum on your business. It's not like he has a critical part that is going to shut you down, correct?
Right, that is true. And this is mostly my own incredible frustration. I'm a pretty impatient guy. And I also, I don't understand, like, why would you act like this? I didn't, hurt your children. I didn't do anything to your business. Why are you doing this? This is, this is an important thing. I created the business to make this machine. No, he is not going to shut me down. And like you said, I can, once we put it in place, Well, just go there and make sure that it's not full. Or I can actually sort of monitor it through how much is charged through it. I know how much it costs to use it. So if you charge X dollars, I know how much is in there. So it's not going to kill me, but I really don't understand why this is happening.
Well, look,
And really, how can I get him to do it?
right.
Yeah,
I agree with Sean. I think Sean had a great observation. And that
Right.
is,
How
you have
can I
no
help you
idea
clear
what this guy's
something's
going
wrong?
through. You know, for all you know, the guy could have the coronavirus. I mean, it's, you know, but to get frustrated, it's easy to lose your temper and get frustrated and say, what in the hell's wrong with this guy? You know, he's got something good for me. I've got something good for him. You know, get up off your ass and let's get something done here. You know, it's easy to do that without understanding, you know, what the circumstances are on the other side. And if you overreact, you could hurt a future relationship with this person because, you know, they'll go, guy's a loose cannon. He's a firecracker. You know, we're going through a crisis here and he overreacted to me. So don't overreact. You know, what Sean's suggestions are great. Say, hey, look, I know we're going through a disruptive time right now. You know, if this is something you can't do, you know, completely understand, but you know, if there's a way for us, do you have?
Right, but let me know. Tell me if you can't do it. And he
Right.
hasn't even done that.
Okay. So the bottom line with that then as well is it's like this, right? And this is a very brash way of saying it, but think of it as constructive, right? In entrepreneurship, whether you're at startup level or small to medium size, it's binary, right? You're either doing it or you're not. Focus on what gets you paid. As an entrepreneur, it's like you're in a glass box, right? And you're looking all around you and you can see opportunity everywhere. You can see it super clearly because it's a glass box, right? And there's two types of people. The first one is the guy that will literally run through the glass to get to the opportunity when you could have just gone through the door, right? So if it's not essential to your startup right now, in terms of like getting out there to market, get to market, keep building and nurturing that relationship in the background, like we say, through enabling conversation and being the bigger person there to reach out and say, hey, how can I help you? Right? Keep doing that, but focus on what gets you paid and what gets you to market and what gets you to scale. And he will catch up. If he's interested in continuing that partnership, he will catch up. Does that make sense?
Sure.